All right, everybody, what is going on? Good late afternoon. We got to wrap up this look at nose tackles. We've got a few more guys to get through here. This is kind of your mid to late day 3 group. So, not necessarily the greatest stuff here, but you do have guys like Demonte Capehart of Clemson, already 24, but he's got good size. He's very tall. Not always the best thing, by the way, but he has a big frame, 313, pretty long arms, pretty big hands. Tested great for a guy his size. Like, this testing's actually phenomenal. 4.85 is great. The big boards, we got some fourths, we got some fifths, we got Draft Network and Walter Football actually have him in the third. They really like Capehart. So there is some there are some people who think he's special. The aggregate puts him in the late fourth round. You look at the numbers, they're not great the last couple years. He's not really a numbers guy, but he does get the job done in the role that he plays. So yeah, 21 tackles each of the last 2 seasons. It's hard to push him around. He's got the size, he's got the frame. It's really hard to uproot him. His punches are hard and firm. He hits hard when he goes into contact. He's got that nice he's got a nice ability to really knock a guy back or stall their momentum with punches. He's an underrated athlete given how big he is. He's a really, really good mover overall, I feel like, for a 313 pounder. He's got good length, arms are kind of nice, and he should fit most schemes because he can do other stuff as well. Zero tech, one tech, maybe even a little bit of like awkward 5 tech stuff like Red Bryant back in the day. Now, he's missed time in his career to injury, multiple, so he has shown that he doesn't always stay on the field. He's not great technically. Technically, he's a little bit behind, and he depends on being bigger and stronger than his opponent. He is a shoddy tackler. He misses a lot more tackles than you would like for a guy with long arms, and his pass rush ability remains limited, so it's not like he's somebody that's going to go out there and provide both ends of it. So, kind of your standard nose tackle to me. The athletic ability really stands out, though, right? Like, I don't know if he'll be able to use it that much, but you look at the athletic ability and you're like, hey, this guy could actually be a little bit more. The thing is, he's 24, so you're getting pulled in multiple directions here. So I'd go back into the third. I do like him, and I feel like there could be a little bit of hidden upside here, but it's just kind of weird that we didn't see it yet when he's in college. And I know he's playing at Clemson, so he's playing good opponents, but he's 24. His athleticism should have meant a little bit more at this point in time. So back end of the third. Tim Keenan III is our next guy here, the Alabama nose tackle, 23. And there's a lot to like here, but there's also some stuff that almost feels disqualifying. He's very short, but he's very big. So he's low to the ground, he's wide bodied. That's kind of what you like for the most part as a nose tackle, in my opinion. That low to the ground stuff is great, but then he's got ridiculously short arms. These arms would be short for pretty much any NFL player. They're definitely short for a 327-pound nose tackle. So this is a big problem. He's also got baby hands, like big time baby hands. Um Ran a very slow 40. I mean, it's not surprising. He actually had a decent vert, but everything else was pretty bad. He did not test well. And that includes bench press, which is a little bit interesting because he's got such short arms. Mostly graded in around the 5th round, maybe a little bit creeping up into the 4th round. Aggregate actually has him in the late 4th, though. Um, Very productive in 2024. 40 tackles, 7.5 for loss. And then last year, for assorted reasons, he just didn't produce the same level. And he, according to Pro Football Focus, regressed pretty heavily as a player. So, not the greatest way to end his college career. I believe he missed some games as well to injury. So, that has to be factored in here. But I mean, in many ways, he's just your classic low to the ground space eating nose tackle. It's kind of beautiful in a way. He's really hard to move out of the hole. He roots down, and you have a heck of a time moving him out. He showed he can be a productive player and not just a space eater in 2024. He can move laterally better than you might expect, and he's quick off the ball. He gets off the snap fast, launches into contact quickly, and gets started with his handwork early in the rep. Now, the arm length might make all this moot. Like, his arms are so short, you could make an argument that this is disqualifying. He's still pretty much an early down player exclusively. I don't think he'll ever be like a passing down guy. He doesn't really throw himself into contact with power. He's not really somebody that is able to launch himself forward with the force needed to bull rush or knock a guy back. And that limits his value. That means he offers almost nothing as a pass rusher. So you've got the arm length thing. You've got that. Like it feels kind of like a trap. So I ended up going 6th round here. I think that arm length stuff, especially for a nose tackle like this, it's hard for me to see it. I don't think I can see it in that context. So it's really too bad because so much of this stuff is good, but that, no. Landon Robinson of Navy is 23. This is a very unconventional nose tackle, if he's a nose tackle at all. If you look at how small he is, I don't even know if he's a 3-tech, right? But he played nose tackle for the most part at Navy, and that seems to be kind of what his game is. So the aggregate puts him in about the 5th round. PFF puts him in the 4th. Very productive the last couple years. Like, he's actually got good pressure numbers. He's got 10.5 sacks. He's got 14 tackles for loss, 125 tackles, great PFF grades. Or, well, not great, but good PFF grades. So productive. So let's talk about Landon Robinson here. And again, this is a guy, I'm not sure if he's a nose tackle. That's up for debate. His unofficial testing numbers are actually pretty decent. I didn't list them because he didn't go to the combine, but unofficially his testing numbers were decent, although he is a smaller guy, so they need to be better than you would expect. The production for an interior lineman is actually really good. He, despite being kind of small and not really all that big frame-wise, he holds his ground against double teams really, really well. So he finds a way to hold up against even when he gets doubled up on. He's versatile enough to do assorted duties. He might be able to do 3-tech stuff, might be able to play in an odd front or an even front. Very strong lower body as well, which really helps his power when he's trying to launch his way through contact. But he's so undersized. Even for a 3-tech, he's kind of undersized. He's like, this is like one of those Rams defensive tackles that run stunts and twists all day. So I don't know if he's a nose tackle. His arms are probably too short as well. I don't have official measurements, but unofficially, his arms are short. Doesn't really have a frame to add weight, so he's just kind of stuck being what he is right now. He has some pass rush tricks, but they're limited. For the most part, he depends on 1 or 2 things to go his way. The weaker competition he faced in college may have given us an inflated idea of what he is. And sometimes he overruns the play. He's over-aggressive. He is one of those guys that will drop his assignment to go chase a play. So, look, there have been undersized, atypical nose tackles in the NFL before. Like, off the top of my head, Jay Ratliff. That was a nose tackle who was mostly a pass rusher, and he was very undersized, and he was very good. And you also have Robinson maybe being able to be a 3-tech, even if he can't be a nose tackle, so he has a second chance at life there, but this one's tough. I went with 6th round to experiment. These Navy guys, I just want to be careful with them. I don't want to go too far with it. I don't want to act like there's something truly special under the hood here when I don't necessarily think that there is, but 6th round can't go too wrong. All right, one final guy for this video, and then we're going to be done with the nose tackle stuff. Cameron Ball. So Cameron Ball of Arkansas, could not find his age. Pretty good size. Not huge or anything, but decently sized. Good arm length, or at least workable arm length. Hands are kind of small. Tested mixed bag, not very fast or quick, but actually a lot of explosiveness in his hips, which is probably more important for a nose tackle. I don't know if we care about a 40 time that much for a nose tackle, let's be real. Big boards, we got a 4th rounder, we got a 5th rounder, we got some undrafted, so a little scattered. Aggregate has him as a late 7th round pick, so he is one of the last guys projected to be drafted right now. Didn't produce as much in 2025 as he did in 2024, but pressure rate did go up, and his pressure rate is not completely atrocious. Pressure, excuse me. So the positives with Cameron Ball, he knows how to sink his hips. He knows how to be the low man into contact. He does have decent range to cover ground. He does actually find a way to move around with the play, not just be some guy who takes up space in the middle. He's high effort. He's always going until the whistle. He's got workable length. His arms are in decent shape. He's got some pass rush upside as well. He's got little bit more than some of these other guys we've looked at here. He does have that quickness. He does have the ability to try to get the edge. But he's not really somebody that plants down and makes it impossible to move him. He's not somebody that can really just root down and not be moved. He mostly plays straight into the blocker rather than around. He's still not somebody that will really test their edges. I don't know if he's really a nose. He played a lot of nose at Arkansas, but he also played a lot of B-gap stuff, so it's not clear. And he's not really a good shedder either, so he could kind of be caught without a position here, but I kind of like this combination. I feel like there's a few different ways he can find a way to be good in the NFL. And he's got the body for it. He's got the frame for it. So I go fifth rounder. I actually found myself liking Cameron Ball more than I thought I would, and more than some of the previous guys we've already talked about. All right, so that's going to take us home on nose tackle, just 3 videos, and I mean, it's a good class. If you want a nose tackle, this is the time to get one. Moving on to a new position tomorrow, I believe. Yes, defensive tackle. So let's buckle up for that. That's going to be the last semi-compelling position for the Seahawks in this draft, and then we're going to kind of ride things out with stuff that's just more academic than anything else. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks. Everyone have a good rest of your day.